Let's go. Y'all here, so I can't step up. How y'all doing this morning? Get this camera straight for us. Okay, let me zoom in. Boom. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. Kind of going crazy up here this morning today, buddy. You all right? What you been drinking? Think my camera been drinking, y'all? Camera probably took a couple of sips of that big drip. So a little difficult this morning. All right, buddy, you can do it. Bigger we get the screen, the better back there, you know? Actually gonna just go ahead and do the crash course and do that, what do they call it? StreamYard. Not playing no games no more. Tired of doing a reverse screen. Bugatti gonna just do a crash and go straight into it. Probably come on later and try to work at StreamYard and see if we can get this camera straight so that we don't have to do this anymore. It's me now. I'm gonna just go at myself for being stubborn, and now we're gonna just push through and force our way to get this camera right. That's what we're gonna do. Plus, I got a phone call coming up from a good technician that said he could help me. So guess what? We about to get our together. Hope everybody having a fantastic morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, I could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me this morning, I appreciate you. That's how I want the camera. Yes, I'm very picky on how I want things. Okay, let's get this audio straight over here. Hope everybody can hear me under the sound of my voice. Got the mics up today. Let me make sure that they're all the way up. We get 2 dots over there. Check that. Okay. Just so happy to have another day with you guys, to be honest with you. Really, to be honest with you. Let's see who we got in the building. Good morning, Luigi. Praying for you. Jay Woods, praying for you too. We got Solo Thug up in the building, always praying for you. My sister from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. We got Mark Dorfman in the building. We got Mike Holmes. We got some people up in here too. Y'all know what we're ready to do though, right? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. I'm ready. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Yeah. Olay. Don't play. Y'all know what we about to do, right? Ooh, really cool this morning. Ooh, there's some really cool fingertips up in here this morning, boy. I hope you ain't getting anemic on them. Feel real good. I might not have to, I might not stop this here, boy. Ooh, that feel real good. Especially on a warm, cool fall morning until you hear that. Tell me who's what? Tell me who's watching. Watching who watching? I'm just an average man in an average life. I work from 9 to 5. How hell I paid the price. All I want is to be left alone in my average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone, and I always feel like somebody's watching me and I have no privacy? Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me this is just a dream. In the theme of Halloween, y'all. Stop playing. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know why we turned up this morning. Y'all definitely know what's up, because it's pump that beat. Wednesday the 22nd. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that. Where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that just got me lit. So, that's right, y'all. It's Wednesday. I know y'all gonna start slacking today because it's close to Friday, but I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. It is what it is. We know how the nature of the beast is. And y'all, I just wanna say I'm happy to be here this morning, and y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on our bottom line, I appreciate you. Thanks for all the love over there in the corner. We taking that, take that, take that, take that. Hope you guys are doing good this morning. Let me make sure that my mic is straight. That's my mic right there for those who don't know. And let me get my what's this? Let me get my group straight up in here so I could see everybody over here that's showing all the love. Let me shout out some people that's in here early this morning, how we always do. We want to throw a nice prayer up and thank the Lord for letting us to make it here another day. Thank you so much. And who we praying for this morning? We got Mark Dorfman in the building. We got Jay Woods, Luigi 307, Jay Woods. Who else? Batty Lynn in the building. Who else? Tim. Who that? Timothy Robinson, 1970. Okay, 1970s, baby. My brother, Casey Ramos. How you doing, my brother, this morning? Who else we got up in here? We got my sister chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Who else we got up in here? We got Kim Miller. And then we got Mike Holmes. Good morning, everybody, and God bless us all. Amen. Let's get it going, y'all. Like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Got a full clip, and I'm not playing. I got 5 on it. That means I'm going to be stacking 5 videos at a time so you guys can see the heat that's coming. Also, I need you guys to stay on point, keep a good dialogue so that we have a good show. If you like what you see, double tap that screen to get those likes up. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel, please do so. Become a member, hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we are on. Everybody in the building, want to say thank you for being here. Hope you're doing good. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno from Grand Rapids, Michigan. My sister, we know that you're busy right now, but still gonna give shouts out to Kendra. She's always been here. And also, can't forget about my homegirl, Batty Lynn, always representing. You know what I'm saying? I see you up in here, girl. Casey, Ramos, Liberty and Justice. Everybody gloved up, still showing support. Your boy really appreciates you. I see how y'all get down. And guess what? For those gloves, there's some real love about to come because I see y'all still holding me down, and I appreciate you. With that being said, let's get into these titles. Let's go, y'all, because we got some heat today. What we got this morning? We got Trump. Will Tyler Robinson be found guilty? There's a lot of information and a lot of stuff going against him, but there's also a lot of conspiracy theories out here as well, where people are saying it's possibly someone else. I want to know what you guys think about that because that's the opinions that count. Let me know in the comments. Let's keep on moving forward because also we have the memoir that we spoke about yesterday from Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Her book recalls a Louvre memory with Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and more. The layers are starting to peel off of the onion now. Virginia Giuffre is no longer here. You can't do anything to somebody that's not here anymore. But guess what? The memoirs are out. I own them. Gonna start reading those off. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Yeah, we're gonna start getting into that part too. That's gonna be real. Cause guess what? What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? She already released it. She ain't here no more. Yeah. So now everybody just reading it and weeping like, oh no, she didn't say that. Yeah, she did. Now we're gonna keep on going forward because last but not least, we've got the DOJ uncovers rampant misuse and manipulation of crime stats reported by the Democrats. Sounds like something that I said yesterday when they were talking about the statistics of New York City and how there's less crime, less murder, less robbery. Yeah, somebody's shaking the numbers up somewhere. And guess what? The DOJ allegedly found out who's doing it. So guess what I'm going to do? No more talking. Time to get busy. It's Wednesday. It's time to get into it. Let's go. Let's get into this first story right here, you guys. Let's see what we got up on a board for you. Of course, most of the time it's him. President Trump is announcing different things from the White House ballroom as he hosted the Rose House Garden lunch. Let's keep on moving forward. Good morning, everybody. Let's get this audio up. Come on in the building. Hope you got your coffee. It's time to go. It's our bottom line.
Hey, they didn't put out 8 wars, 9 coming, all right? We put out 8 wars, and the 9th is coming, believe it or not. So I just want to say it's great to be with you. And when we're finished later on, we're going to have a little quick lunch, and they do great food at the White House. And this is used sometimes for evening, where we've had some incredible people for the evening, and some of the big foreign leaders have been coming. And most excitingly, on the other side, you see the fence and the wall. We're building a world-class ballroom. You know, for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom here. We don't have a ballroom. We have a little cocktail area, but we don't have a ballroom. The East Room, it's called, is a very small cocktail area, 88 people if it's tight. And I said, if I do this again, I'm going to get a ballroom built, and we're putting up our own money. With the government is paying for nothing. You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh, that's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money. In this case, it reminds me of lack of money because I'm paying for it, so it's the opposite. But it's going to be one of the most beautiful ballrooms anywhere in the world, and it's going to be able to take care of tremendous things. When you have, as an example, I'm going to see President Xi in 2 weeks. I'm going over to South Korea. We're going to meet in South Korea. We're going to talk about a lot of things. They want to discuss the fact that they're paying 157% tariff. It's a little higher than they thought. And we're doing very well. I think we're going to do well in that negotiation. We've done well at Japan, with South Korea, with Europe. The European nations got together. We made a deal. And it was all based without the tariffs. You could have never made the deal. I'll tell you what, tariffs equal national security. Remember that. Tariffs equal national security. You got to remember that. And they also equal wealth for our nation, because we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars in a very friendly manner, given.
Can I have some? Or some of the people, our bottom line, can we get some or tell us how to get it? We're going to keep on moving forward right now. I'm glad the country's making a lot of money, but we need some money. Also, because you know we don't be getting jack up in here just because I got that Bustelo in the kitchen. Don't think that just because I'm wearing a collar, I'm turning anything down, guys. Go ahead and tap up. Let's go. Let me stop messing with y'all. Let's get over to some breaking U.S. strikes. Yes, the 7th of a D-Rug boat as narco-terrorists fights. They start to ramp up. I don't know what they're convincing these guys to do when they're trying to talk to them. I don't know what type of inspiration they're giving them, talking about, yeah, get out there, hurry up, just drive fast. You know, Papi, we put 3 motors on the back. They're not going to catch you. I'll be like, I'm good. There's no amount of money, especially with these fools. They just spraying the whole area and everything's going up. Let's go.
And latest in a series of drone strikes aimed at boats carrying suspected drugs headed for the United States mainland.
They
Democrats and Republicans have voiced concerns about the administration's aggressive
no amount of money.
Tactics in international waters. Friday, President Trump was asked if Maduro was ready to talk.
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to around with the United States.
There you go. Lucas Thomas is live in West Palm Beach, where the president is spending the weekend at his Mar-a-Lago golf estate before heading back to the White House this evening. Lucas?
Well, good afternoon, Rich. Combat operations continue in the Caribbean by the U.S. military. And just about an hour ago, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth posting the following recently declassified drone footage of a 7th strike against a suspected drug smuggling boat. Hegseth says the boat belonged to a Marxist group in Colombia and Venezuela, known by its Spanish acronym ELM. I believe we have the footage of the strike right here, Rich. The State Department has put this group, known as the National Liberation Army, on its terrorist list since 1997. The terrorist group operates in Colombia and Venezuela and has a history of drug trafficking. Colombia's president just posted that he says this was a fishing boat that got annihilated. Hegseth says the boat was on the U.S. intelligence agency's radar for the past. Drug smuggling is also using a known drug shipping route. It had drugs on board, according to Hegseth. He also said all 3 men on board were killed. There were no.
Yeah. How you find any D-Rugs after that happened? That's like putting something in the oven and saying, yeah, it had something in there. It was definitely in there. You got to do a DNA analysis. I don't know if any D-Rugs was found in any of that debris. You got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Whoa, I just wouldn't even be out there. I'd be like, look, I'm going to have to change my profession. It used to be good being on a boat. I ain't doing it. If I'm going on a boat, it's going to be on the other side of the land because I'm good. Don't want to be splash blasting me. Excuse, y'all know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Sorry for the people that lost their lives in that situation. Hopefully it wasn't anybody that was just on a boat because, you know, mistakes can happen now. Let's get on over to Washington where Speaker Johnson faces legal action after threats for failing to seat Arizona Representative-elect Grijalva. I don't even know how to say her name. I'm going to learn it, especially because she's about to be seated in Arizona. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
In national headlines, House Democrats are threatening a lawsuit if House Speaker Mike Johnson doesn't swear in Arizona Democrat Adelita Grijalva, who won a special election several weeks ago.
This has gone on now for weeks. And so it's my expectation that if she is not sworn in today, during the pro forma session today, as the Arizona Attorney General has made clear, expect swift and decisive legal action.
Arizona's Democratic Attorney General Chris Mayers sent a letter to Johnson earlier this week demanding assurances Grijalva would be sworn in. They claim Johnson hasn't made Grijalva official yet because she says she'll be the final signature needed to force a vote on requiring the DOJ to turn over more files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Johnson waves off the claims and the lawsuit threat. He denies it has anything to do with Epstein and vows to swear Grijalva in with the House when the House is back in session.
I thought Hakeem was a better attorney than that. It's a publicity stunt by a Democrat attorney general in Arizona who sees a national moment and wants to call me out. She has nothing whatsoever to do with what's happening in Congress.
Johnson swore in 2 Republican members when the House was in pro forma earlier this year. The Speaker says he'll call the House back into session when the Senate strikes a deal to reopen the government.
I have a question for you guys. I want to know, do you guys think that, how many people here want her to be sworn in and, so that she can sign and be the last signature? Thumbs up like this if you want it to be swift so that she can go ahead and be signed in and we can get all of this information for the Epstein files. But what they're saying is that she's going to be the last signature to push for. That doesn't mean that she's going to be able to accomplish it. How many people here, thumbs up, want her to be in? How many people thumbs down and don't even care anymore? Whatever with the Epstein files. We had it up to here. If you want it, thumbs up. Not interested, thumbs down. We got to keep on moving forward. We're going to stay in Washington where Mark Wayne Mullen says, what's that? Chuck Schumer is playing a dangerous game instead of reopening the government. Look at all you people, because I feel the same way. It's only one person here with the thumbs down and don't really care about it. I can understand you too. You probably had enough of hearing about it. I can understand you. Okay, we want the list. Who said that? That was Diggity Diggs 489. You look like Badlands Chugs. Oh, please. That dude looks crazy with the extra chin. He got that nasty boot that he be filling up. I can't even watch him sometimes. You kidding me? You see Bugatti over here, I do 400 push-ups a day. I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. I dare you to put a picture up of yourself. Let's go, y'all.
Yes, Senator.
Hold on, we got to start here. She hollered at me.
Oh my God, he probably has a better question.
Well, you hollered.
If this shutdown surpasses the record for longest shutdown in history, is it time for senators to start staying here over the weekend? What message does that send?
Well, I would hate to think that we would actually get that record. But what are we going to do? We're going in circles. The Democrats have to come to their senses at some point. We're not asking them to vote for any policies that they haven't already voted for. There's not like there's any riders or any Republican policies that's written in this clean CR. But you can't negotiate with someone that is more concerned about their primary than they are about reopening the government. And we all know that's what this is about. You guys saw the article on the Hill today where the Senate Democrats said that after the No Kings rally, they're in a worse position because they feel like their neck's in a guillotine.
Do you think an Obamacare subsidies extension could even pass the Senate?
No.
For a year?
Well, I think the president's made it very clear that he wants to get health care working for the American people. So just to extend the policy that the Democrats put in to expire, because they could have made it permanent if they desired to make it permanent. This was a COVID subsidy that they put in.
What would you want for it?
Not to extend it the way in current form, absolutely not, because the Democrats decided to make it expire. Now, if we want to actually have a bigger conversation how we can make health care affordable for people, Let President Trump in. Let him start negotiating and helping us with that, because we know ACA, affordable health care, isn't working. I mean, it hasn't worked since it started. Premiums have continued to rise, and in prescription drugs and in policies. So we know it's not doing what we were sold that it was supposed to do back in 2010.
Yeah, healthcare is very expensive. It seems like, why can't we just be like other countries? We got a lot of money. Why can't we be like, oh, Canada, and have free healthcare? How about that? And eat healthier and just be better about ourselves. Because guess what, people? We have to be more responsible as well. It's not just about everybody else. I know with age comes, body breakdown and stuff like that, but also we have to be more health conscious as a country. We have to eat better, myself included. I can't even lie. Eat better, stop playing, stop telling anybody else what to do. But for real, we just have to be careful, and we have to just really care about ourselves. We were a much healthier country back in the day. I know I sound like an old school guy saying back in the day or whatever like that, but it's true, we were. And there's a lot of preservatives and things that they're putting in food just for it to be able to stay on the shelves. Imagine what those preservatives do once it goes into our body. Got to take better care of ourselves, y'all. If you care about yourself, no matter how much money you get, it's all about staying healthy, because you can't take it with you. Told you guys, after 100 years, they're not even gonna know who the hell Bugatti was. Think about that. I'm just over here like doing my part for the time that I'm here. And I love it, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We gotta move on to Swarovski as he leaves his Paris home in a campaign fund case to go to Yale. Not Yale, he's going to jail at other college. You know who I'm talking about? The French president. There's so much backlash, back and forth. People are saying, look at them honoring a criminal, going to jail. And then another person says, wow, the devil has a lot of, in the comments, devil has a lot of friends. It's crazy right here. So yeah, we've got the ex-French president who's been found guilty of theft and thievery. So he's about to walk down the street, get in his car and go to jail. Let's go, y'all. Anybody know anything about this?
Move. Nice. Bon, ça va partir.
He's about to step out with his wife. He's been found guilty of a lot of stuff. They're saying he's been found guilty of a lot of stuff. I guess that's the nanny up there, like feeling sad. So what's this about, y'all? No, I'm not. In jail. Yeah, he's going to jail. Yep, going to jail. You guys see it. This is the last hoorah.
So, have you heard about the hidden...
Imagine you had that much support when you was on your way to Yale. And I'm not talking about college, I'm talking about he's about to get locked up. They said he stole a lot of dough. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this bombshell going on. You see, I'm trying to control my arms, right? I just saw Hakeem Jeffries, and you know, he's an orchestrator. So I'm trying to put my hands behind my back. Hakeem Jeffries. All you got to do is put 2 sticks in his hand and call him Maestro. New York, bombshell. What's this? Paul spells W. Oh my God. Oh God. Mamdani and Sliwa. Okay, I'm going to put it like this. They're saying that Curtis Sliwa needs to pull out of the race. They're saying that he's basically done for. I don't know what you guys think about this. And they're saying that he needs to stop running right now so Cuomo can possibly do better and have a better chance of beating, who's that? Zerhan Mamdani. What do you guys think about that? Let's go into that. Let's get into it.
Will you step down out of this race?
Absolutely not. We have a vote in more than 2 weeks.
He took the TAM off.
I have supporters. I have 11 headquarters. I have more money that's been donated to my effort locally with matching funds. So let the people decide who the next mayor is. I would suggest to Andrew Cuomo, he actually get into the streets and start campaigning. He's been missing in action and spending all of his time trying to suggest to people that I drop out. 1,000 times I've said it. I am the Republican candidate. He is an independent candidate. I represent the values of the Republican Party, and I'm in it to win it.
No, bro. I was rocking with you before. When you see your numbers that bad, you got to think about the overall, not just yourself. That's my opinion. You guys can have your own. That's why we call it our bottom line. At least you know what I feel about it.
That was New York City mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa on this program yesterday, with Maria confirming he will not drop out of this race. We're just 2 weeks away from Election Day, and a new poll shows without Sliwa, Andrew Cuomo has a chance to beat Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani. The New York Post editorial board writing this: swallow the bitter pill. It burns to write this, but it's time for Curtis Sliwa to face reality and admit that the city's best hope to avoid the disaster of a Zohran Mamdani mayoralty is for him to drop out of the race. My next guest, the chairman and CEO of New York City Grocers, Gristedes, and D'Agostino's, John Catsimatidis.
Basically, the people that's putting money behind him, they're like, Curtis, we love you, but it's time to go.
Who we should say, John, you have now called on Curtis Sliwa to drop out as well. You said this yesterday. Have you spoken to Curtis Sliwa? Have you called him? Have you met with him?
I have not talked to him in the last week or so, and we were running a campaign, anybody but Zohran. In other words, we were giving Andrew Cuomo and we were giving Curtis Sliwa equal time to say, do what you have to do. And finally, President Trump has been saying all along that he thinks that Andrew Cuomo has the best shot against Zohran one-on-one.
Again, that's the money talking. One person representing someone that's planning on leaving. Les D'Agostino's man owns a lot of supermarkets. So you know what he's worried about? Mamdani. Talking about free supermarkets and taking from the rich. So yes, perfect example right there. Somebody that's like, hey, you tried to put the money behind both of them. This person is winning. Let's just be fair about it. Get out there and fight your hardest, and we're gonna go with the winner because we don't want this guy. And guess what? Cuomo looks like the best potential candidate. I know a lot of people in the comments do not like him, but when it comes down to common sense, woo, it's going to be rough this next 8 years. Telling you guys, when I say Costanza effect for New York, it's going to be bad. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to go on over to James Comer in Washington, who's working to bring Clintons in. Yeah, they want to get some information from the Clintons and try to see if they can actually interview Bill Clinton as well as Hillary. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it.
Despite these facts, Democrats, especially Ranking Member Garcia, continue to spread lies about President Trump, and they are lies. They're infected with an incurable case of Trump derangement syndrome. Oversight Committee Democrats post daily about Epstein. In fact, they've posted or reposted about Epstein nearly 60 times on X since the shutdown began. You know how many times they posted about essential federal workers not receiving paychecks because they voted against funding the government? Once. They've posted about that once on the Democrat Oversight Committee and over 60 times about Epstein. You see where their priorities are. Let's be clear. Democrats don't care about transparency or accountability in this matter. The evidence we've gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way. Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein. We're working to bring former President Clinton in for a deposition, but the Democrats aren't helping one bit. You would think, since we've already brought two former Trump cabinet secretaries in, they would be willing to bring in a Democrat who's had publicly a far closer relationship with especially Maxwell and Epstein. So why is that? That's a question every reporter should be asking Ranking Member Garcia and every Democrat on the committee. Why are you helping to bring Bill Clinton in for an interview and deposition just like we brought in Barr and Acosta?
Well, I must say one thing. At least the fact that he's a former sitting president wouldn't look too good for the government. That's two. But I know what you guys are going to say. So what? If he had something to do with Epstein, we want to know. Double tap that screen. Please get those likes up. Your boy's on a roll right now. Y'all see what we're doing right now. Go ahead and give me all the money in your pockets. No, I'm just messing with you because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I ain't going to try to hit you up in your pockets too much. Y'all can hold that down. But I would appreciate if we can get those likes up because it look like y'all don't like what we're doing over here. So I'm kind of sad. You really don't like what we're doing? You've been here this long and you don't like what we're doing. Let me tell you something my mother always told me. Ain't nobody going to stick around longer than 5 minutes in some place that they don't want to be. So come on now. You've been here longer than 5 minutes? Show some love. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up because we ain't even nowhere near the middle of the show. And I would appreciate some love. Come on now. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get up to 60,000 subscribers. So yes, go ahead and subscribe. Or again, notification bell so that you know we're on. Try to show some love in the comments and talk to everybody and get a good community going on here because I am stacking this deck pretty nice now. Let's get on over to Christine Ohm, who's asked point blank, what's going on with these two private jets that y'all bought? Well, we're going to find out. Y'all didn't know about this? Y'all didn't know that they just bought 2 private jets? Yeah. What's that? I'm sorry. The Coast Guard just purchased 2 private jets, and she's been asked about it. While we're on the subject of travel, we're getting criticized about the recent purchase of 2 private jets. Over $200 million for the Coast Guard. It was stated by 2 representatives.
Your frequent appearances at ongoing operations which require the diversion of resources to focus on
Frequent movement and ongoing operations are diverting funds. Ooh.
security appears to be unjustified.
All right, she can answer now about them 2 private
These
jets.
aircraft are Coast Guard aircraft to replace 25-year-old airplanes that are necessary for the mission of the Coast Guard. Congress appropriated the dollars and paid for them in the big, beautiful bill, and we're grateful that we're able to move forward and make sure that Force Design 2028 for the Coast Guard is mission fulfilled and they can continue to serve our country, not just in a search and rescue mission, but also cooperating with our Department of War. And they're helping us in incredible ways with drug interdiction and bringing these cartels to justice as well.
So basically, Coast Guard just bought two private jets, totaling $200 million. That's what that was about, if anybody's interested. 2 private jets, $200 million. She said they're going to be using them for transportation and whatever they're going to be doing and, you know, whatever with them. Let's go. Keep on moving forward to Chinatown. Ha ha. I told you guys it was about to go down. I told you months ago when we went out there with the camera and they started chasing all of those guys around and the camera and those glasses fell on the ground, Casey, as you and I were talking about at the last Show Your Talent search that was at Throg's Neck, the superstore where you can go pick up Big Drip. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Chinatown. You guys remember, if you've been here with me for a long time, I'm talking about when I was out the suit. When we were downtown on the road, on the move, Bugatti on the streets of New York. That's right. Do you remember? Well, guess what? Damn it, I missed it yesterday. Oh, if we would have been out there yesterday with the camera, we would have got some exclusive action. Because New York Chinatown, the federal agents and ICE, doom 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 doom, doom 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 doom, busted. They was out there heavy. They was pushing people around. Excuse me, you have your passport? Shoo! Left all their stuff. Hell with the contraband. I got to get off the land. That's what they was doing, and a lot of people got arrested. And damn it, I missed it. But you know what? I got the story here. I got a full loaded clip on it. Let's get into it because it went down. Oh man, I'm so mad that I missed this.
Held scene in Chinatown. Federal agents conducting an enforcement on illegal vending on Canal Street. Newscopter 7 first over the scene at 4 p.m. capturing pushing and shoving in the middle of the street. And right now we have the first live pictures on the ground.
Eyewitness News reporter Lucy Yang there with brand new video of the chaos that played.
Homie packing up like I'm out of here.
Out. Lucy.
Well, that's right. It was a very tense scene here on Canal Street. Lafayette is behind us. Now, normally this stretch of Chinatown is filled with vendors on the sidewalk selling all sorts of what we believe are fake designer goods. T-shirts, pocketbooks, perfume, watches, anything, you name it. But today, it was a very different scene. You see this vendor behind me packing up their wares right now. They tell me that they have been approached by federal agents this afternoon. The other vendors have cleared out. We believe this is part of an ongoing federal investigation into illegal vending here on Canal Street in Chinatown. We believe ICE agents, Homeland Security, FBI were involved in this joint investigation. We don't know if they were coordinating with the NYPD. We don't have that information at this moment. It did get very hot.
I gotta just show you guys, I gotta stop it, because this is one thing that I would not be doing. Intervening, messing around with ICE, getting in their face, pushing them. What is wrong with these people? I understand, oh, we ain't want to be liberal. We gotta help all the people. Look. Ooh, turn them damn cameras off. Ooh, if I could do what I wanted to do to some of these people. Oh, her thunted up behind, probably on her way to lunch somewhere, see this going on and she want to get involved. And so does a whole bunch of other people.
Hot on the scene here as crowds then circled around the agents trying to prevent them from arresting anyone. There was shoving. We saw someone knocked to the ground. We saw a lot of heated emotion.
Now watch these people starting to approach the ICE agents. They pushing them, banging on the window and stuff like that. There's a limit to what you can do to anybody before they do something back to you. And then when they do something, take action against you, they start videotaping. Oh, look what they're doing to the civilian. Like, but what about the before video?
Emotions out here. There was a lot of cursing at the officers. There was pushing, and we did see at least one person taken into custody, put in handcuffs. Again, this is part of an ongoing federal investigation into.
But now when he opened the door to get out, she want to run or whatever like that, right? You're seeing that, right? Banging on the window.
Illegal vending. The vendors here behind me tell me they were asked to show their passports to prove that they should be here, that they are here legally. And we don't know where they have taken these people to. We don't.
This is the part where a lot of people are going to get mad at me. A lot of people are going to get angry at me. Even though I was out there, I see all them people walking and I know that they was hustling and doing stuff. They're killing the business of everything around there because they got all that illegal stuff. That's number one. They're supporting all types of other illegal activities that's going on, number two. A lot of robberies go on down there, number three. A lot of people coming from buses from all other states, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, just to go down there to buy those fake bags to take back to flip. I'm not mad at that because it's a hustle. People got to do what they got to do. But as far as the illegalities that go on the other side of it, can imagine what's happening and what it's paying for. That's number two. And another thing, I don't really care about the companies that's losing money from the fake bags or whatever, because they're still able to do what they got to do anyway, so whatever. I'm just looking at the underlining of what's going on and what it's supporting. I'm not for illegals being in our country without a passport and without coming here the legal way. Get me. Come on, get me. Get me, come on, get me, beat me up, say all the bad things that you don't like about Bugatti, whatever like that. I'm just not for it. Coming over here, just taking all of the resources. You got about 900 people on this sidewalk when you walk down Canal Street. You can't even walk down 116th Street before because they've been able to get all of their African illegal migrants in. And yeah, I'm talking about African people as well. I don't think that anybody should be in our country if they're not supposed to be here. Bye-bye, guys, if you don't like me, and I understand that a lot of people are looking at me like, oh, you serious? And no, I'm not a Republican, not a Republican. Stop looking at this red tie, thinking that because I wear a red tie sometimes, I wear a blue one, I wear a red one, I wear a yellow one, I wear a green one, I wear mad different colors. My dad was in the Army, so I'm going to represent my flag, and I'm going to represent the colors that I like. Sometimes I wear pink, and I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to live my life to the fullest while I'm here, and I'm not going to listen to anybody else because this is my life. God gave me that. The only thing I'm going to do is be showing this news and stuff like that to show you guys what's going on with other people and what's going on with other areas and stuff. Really try to have less opinions about one-on-ones. That's why you don't see me talking about rappers, Cameron and Mason, Zip with the... I don't talk about none of that. They doing enough of it. Your boy done carved out his own piece over here, and that's why we do what we do. And again, if you don't understand me, that's one thing. If you don't like me, that's fine. If you don't agree with me, that's okay too. You don't have to agree with me. That's why we made this platform. There's a lot of platforms that's like, oh, you don't agree with me? Let's kick them off. No, we want your opinions because that creates conversation and we might be able to agree and get things done and get a focus on getting out of this crazy rut that we're in. We're still human beings. Hell with the party. When you don't look at the party, you're still a man, I'm still a man, you're still a woman, you're a woman, I'm a woman. Why we can't just all get along and find a way to do it? That's what our bottom line is about. So you don't gotta like me. I'm not gonna force you to like me. I'm not, again, not a Democrat, not a Republican, and I'm not an independent. I'm a human being with an opinion. And I made a platform so all the people that have an opinion can say their opinions. And tear me up if you don't like it. Just don't do it in a disrespectful way, because the mods will get you out of here. And if you're going too crazy, I'm going to come back out of retirement, because you already know how I get down. Doom, 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 doom. It's all love, y'all. Let's get on over. We got to keep on. We're going to stay in New York for a little while, because what are we going to be talking about here? Another person that dodging situations that's going on right now. I'm not even going to be bothering this guy anymore, because this guy is straight up Teflon. I ain't got nothing more to say about Mahmoud Khalil. Nothing. I already know he's another Costanza thing. This guy done fought his way to stay in our country, and I guess it's going to work. So I got to play the clip. Something else I just don't agree on either. And again, don't like it, no problem. You don't have to agree with me.
Welcome back. This morning, the case of the pro-Palestinian protester who ICE detained for months lands in an appeals court in Philadelphia. Now, you may remember, agents took Mahmoud Khalil into custody at his New York City apartment back in March. The Secretary of State determined he posed, quote, adverse foreign policy consequences, end quote, because of his role in demonstrations at Columbia University, and they ordered his deportation. Khalil denied accusations of hate speech. Well, the judge ordered Khalil's release back in June, but today his lawyers will ask the court to affirm rulings from lower courts which found the reasons for his arrest and attempted deportation were likely unconstitutional. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman followed every twist and turn of this case and joins us now with the latest. Good morning, Katrina. Great to have you back. So what should we expect from each side as they make arguments today?
Yeah, good morning, Errol. So what the government wants here is they want to be able to re-detain Mahmoud Khalil and begin to proceed with his deportation from the country. As you mentioned, the ACLU wants these lower court determinations to be affirmed, that Khalil should be released on bail, and that it was likely unconstitutional for Secretary of State Marco Rubio to use this little-known provision to determine that he was adverse to U.S. foreign policy interest here in this country. Something that we're likely to hear about during arguments is something called the now or never principle. And essentially it's, does this claim need to be brought now? Could there be meaningful relief later? What the ACLU says is that Khalil is being censored and that if this was brought later, that censorship would have already happened.
Now, you touched on this a little bit, but Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, used the Immigration and Nationality Act as the basis for Khalil's potential deportation. Remind us what that is and how it plays into the arguments.
Yes, so essentially what Secretary of State Marco Rubio determined is that Mahmoud Khalil's presence in this country is adverse to U.S. foreign policy interests, that his leadership and participation in those pro-Palestinian protests on Columbia's campus helped to facilitate the spread of anti-Semitism here in the United States. The administration also early on alleged that he had ties to Hamas, that he was handing out pro-Hamas flyers on campus. There was never evidence of that shown in court. And what the judge in the lower court said is that it was likely unconstitutional to apply this based on Khalil's protected speech.
I used to be up at Columbia University all the time, man, and like that school is nothing like what it used to be. I understand that there needs to be, you know, that times change and people change, I don't think schools should be the place to do that. I just don't. Keep that out of schools, because kids go up there, they're spending $30,000 to go to that school. Don't nobody want to be getting bothered while you taking a test inside the library, people jumping all up on tables or whatever because you feel like you want to make a statement. That's the point I'm talking about. I don't bother people. When I walk down the street, excuse me, sir, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I don't just be like, hell with you, you're going to get out my way because it's me or whatever like that. No, man, you got to have respect for people. Anyway, let's keep on moving. $30,000 a semester, you jumping on it. If you don't get your ass off that table, you see this thick book, yeah, you're going to learn something quick. Yeah, you ain't, yeah. Boop, yeah, he's down now. Put him, yeah, you should have. Stop. Calm down, Bugatti. Calm down. Breaking. U.S. Marshals. Illegal migrants. What happened? Pow, pow during the Los Angeles immigration operation. Let's get on over to L.A., y'all. We're going to swing from New York and get on over to Los Angeles on the West Coast. Let's go, y'all.
Okay, this is a Fox News alert. This is video that we just have in from moments ago from Los Angeles. This is according to multiple ICE and Fox News sources. A U.S. Marshal and an illegal alien were both shot in L.A. this morning. It was during an immigration operation. Both at this time, we are told, have non-life-threatening injuries. Fox is told that federal agents surrounded and boxed in a target. That target then rammed federal vehicles in an attempt to escape. The feds fired their weapons. One U.S. Marshal was hit in his hand in what initially appears to be a bullet ricochet. The target criminal alien was hit in the elbow, we are told. Both expected to be okay, and they are at the hospital, and we are awaiting an update on that situation.
Just a lot going on, man. Woo, it's a lot of activity when it comes down to doom, trying to round up illegal aliens. They're just walking up to people and saying, excuse me, can I see your passport? Choo! People be out, man, listen, running, trying to do whatever they can, but they don't want to lose their families. They work here. They probably been living here for a long time. I understand that part. I gotta be honest with that. And some people are a positive effect on our country. I know a lot of contractors, people that do construction, that really came here and made a difference. They just didn't do it the right way. It's probably time to start doing that, guys, and really looking at it that way. Let's get on over to New Jersey, where, what's that, Representative Monica McIver, she requested dismissal of her assault charges, you guys. And it's probably going to happen because it wasn't a real assault, and there's probably enough time that went by. You know how law is. Sometimes you're sitting around. After a while, the cases die down a bit. So this case right here from back in about 5 months ago, where she was arrested when they tried to go look in on this ICE detention center. You remember her, Monica McIver? I think she's probably, its cousin? What's her name? Letitia James? Let me stop.
Well, some new developments this morning in a controversial case involving a local congresswoman and ICE, and it's drawn the attention of President Trump.
Representative LaMonica McIver will be back in court today. Pix 11's Julie Belay here live to break down this case as McIver is accused of assaulting federal officials, Julie, outside of an ICE detention center in New Jersey. But the question is, could these charges get thrown out?
Yeah, that's what a judge will hear arguments about today, is whether or not these charges will stick. That's what we're going to find out. The judge is scheduled to hear these oral arguments this morning. Before that, this 11 a.m. hearing, a rally in support of McIver is expected outside the New Jersey courthouse. We stand with Monica! U.S. Representative for New Jersey's 10th District, LaMonica McIver, has pled not guilty to the charges accusing her of assaulting immigration officers outside a New Jersey detention center back.
Yeah, there was no no scars or no bumps or no bruises or anything like that, so she probably get off with a warning. But I guarantee you one thing, she got a lot of press out of this. Probably what she was really going for, and they're using it. Hey, they say, Snoop Dogg told me one time, he said, you know what, Bugatti? Negative press is good press. I'm like, what does he mean by that? Because you get the same push, but you just got to know how to swing it, like a WWF guy. You know how when you're a wrestler and you're a bad guy and the whole crowd be like, oh, I can't stand that guy, Bugatti, bad Gotti. He hits people with chairs. He does all types of crazy stuff. We don't like him. Then all of a sudden, one of the good guys is getting pummeled by another wrestler, 3 people beating him up, and he's all down on the ropes, and then I run out there, hey, man, I know that you, and then I'm over there, boom, 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 start smashing this guy, grab this guy, throw him over the top of the turnbuckle, grab this other guy, hit him with a headbutt, and then I go crazy, oh, and then I help the guy up, and y'all like, you know what? Good Gotti. And then the guy gets up and looks at me and say, oh my God, you're a good guy now. Yeah, sometimes you gotta know how to swing the press. Come on, it's all in the act. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You've seen it many times if you ever watch wrestling. Let's keep on moving forward. That was kind of tiring, but guess what? I work out every day, so I'm good. What we got going on here? I want to make sure I get you guys something good over here. Yeah, let's go over here. We spoke about this yesterday. And look, boom, DOJ uncovered rampant evidence of tampering and manipulation of crime data. Numbers from the Democratic Party. I'm not going to say the last part as far as Democratic Party, but I do feel that there's been manipulation of crime data and numbers. That's what I'm going to say, especially when it comes down to New York City. I said that yesterday. We were talking about the trains. Told you guys.
According to a new report from our very own Charlie Gasparino, the U.S. Department of Justice has uncovered evidence suggesting that Democrat politicians have been skewing crime statistics on their own behalf ahead of the midterm elections. Okay, Charlie, what do you got on this?
I have sources in the DOJ. They've been crunching numbers. They found something really interesting. And in all these all these states that you see the governors now opposing Trump, J.B. Pritzker in Illinois, based on crime stats in Chicago that are going down. Gavin Newsom just put out a tweet about how murders are falling dramatically in, I don't know, San Francisco. I believe it just came out. Go down the line, L.A. What I understand from inside the Trump administration is they've been looking at the police practices in these cities. Now, it'll be interesting if they release these stats, and they may for the midterms. In each of these places that are touting double-digit declines, they've also often found rampant evidence of prosecutors not prosecuting felonies, basically busting down felonies for assault. Mm-hmm. You know, various forms of burglary, larceny, busting them down to misdemeanors. Thus, you show violent crimes and felonies.
They're not happening.
Declining.
Yeah, so what he's trying to say is when someone gets arrested for an actual burglary or a murder or an assault, they keep them in court until the crime they bust the charge down. You go to court for like 6 months. You know what? We're not going to charge you with that. We'll bring the charge down to assault 3. Keep on going to court. Assault 2, and then they make the deal so that it comes in at that level and it keeps it from being a higher sort of a crime that people are admitting to, thereby keeping those crime state numbers in that category much lower. I didn't even think about that. So that's the way that they flip it. Instead of waiting until it gets all the way out, they catch it in the process and break down the charges so that it doesn't land as a felony. Okay.
Dramatically. And if you want an example, I was pointed to the one case of this knife-wielding lunatic, sword-wielding lunatic,
the one that took off
stomped
the
on some
fingers.
Guy's head in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The guy's name was Nicola Tanzi. He was apparently from everything. He was a model citizen, big in his church. He was just hanging out in the subway. And this guy
he held the door for a guy.
Yeah, held the door for the same guy. This guy came and stomped his head in. If you go back, the guy, and killed him, by the way. If you go back, the guy was let off on an assault charge, busted down to a misdemeanor. Mm-hmm. He was literally just let off in July on that. Mm-hmm. So,
it's not safe in New York. Y'all keep on saying, oh, Bugatti, you fear-mongering. Okay, keep on. I done been in too many fights and situations in here. That's why I walk around like, choom, shoom, like Tron. I ain't got no beef with you, bro. You got it. Because guess what? Even if you win, you lose. Oh, you beat him up. Now he's down on the ground. Where the police at? Oh, him right here? Come here. Yeah, he down on the ground. His head's busted. Yeah, but he was about to. Yeah, but should have called us. Next thing you know, watch your head. And then you in the back of the police car like this. Oh, yeah. I ain't got no felonies or nothing like that. But guess what? I was good with these. Too good with them. Every time I give you guys an example, there's something that actually happened. Come on, let's have a fight, Bugatti. Boom, Bugatti win. Bugatti leave. Next thing you know, guy gets up. That was 3 people that just did that. What? That was just me. It was 3 people. Hey, come here, Bugatti. I'm in the back of the car like this. I ain't gonna be doing that no more, because when you win, you even lose when you win. Ain't having to get no charges for nothing like that, but it was enough to make me stop. Tell you the truth, straight up and down, got no time to be playing. We got this pilot situation, and I understand this because it makes common sense. These pilots thought that someone was trying to break into the cockpit during an LAX bound flight. And you guys, when y'all hear the swing on it, y'all gonna be like, oh, man, it's something very simple. Should I tell them or should I let them learn it the way I did? I'm gonna let you guys learn it the way I did, so you're gonna have to stick around and watch this story, and it's something good. And I think that you guys should double tap that screen to get those likes up to get more people over here if you want them to see stories like this. Also, who's that, Sky? Thank you so much, Sky, for always showing support. Go 3Gs. Member for 3 months. You already know how Sky get down. Sky don't be playing around in the comments neither. You mess around with Bugatti, Sky gonna come for you. Let's go, y'all. Check this out.
More breaking news here. A frightening situation unfolding on an LAX-bound flight from Nebraska. The pilots of the SkyWest flight turning around soon after takeoff because they thought someone was trying to force their way into the cockpit. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand live at LAX with what we've learned about what happened here. Jory.
This is crazy. I'm always on flights,
Mark,
too.
it's pretty wild to think about, but before 9/11, the door to the cockpit of commercial airplanes was unlocked. Flight attendants, or really anyone, could get inside the cockpit mid-flight. Had that been the case today and flight attendants had ingress, this wouldn't have been a story, but the door was locked, and when the pilots heard banging on the door and couldn't reach the flight attendants on the phone, their biggest concern at that point was that someone was trying to hijack their plane.
So they're in the cockpit, and somebody banging on the door, boop, 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 trying to get in. And they're trying to call out, but the flight attendants, they ain't picking up the phone. So they think, uh-oh, something's going down. We got to turn this plane around. Watch this.
Panic aboard a SkyWest flight to LAX.
Everybody's okay?
Everybody's okay?
We don't know what's going on, but we're okay.
This video from on board shows police cars on the tarmac at Omaha, Nebraska's Epley Field, and officers boarding the plane after Flight 6569 headed to LAX was forced to turn around and make an emergency landing. This flight tracker shows the plane turning back less than 40 miles into the 1,300-mile trip.
Captain here. Apologize for the return back to the airfield.
Here's what happened. Shortly after takeoff, the pilots lost control with their flight crew. The crew, unable to reach the pilots, were seen by passengers banging on the cockpit door. The pilots, hearing the banging on the door and silence on the phone, declared an emergency and returned to Omaha.
We weren't sure if something was going on with the airplanes. That's why we're coming back here. It's going to be a little bit. We're going to have to figure out.
So they thought that it was going down. Meanwhile, it's the flight attendants like, boop, 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 like the phone's not working. And they couldn't text them or nothing like that because I guess they can't have phones in the cockpit and stuff like that, huh? Yeah, so they thought that it was going down, so they brought the plane down. It ain't over yet, y'all. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Because 3 hours later, they were finally able to leave. Ooh, I know they was tight trying to leave. Oh, I would have been in the I don't know if they let them off the plane or if they had them sitting there for 3 hours, but Lord have mercy.
Figure out what's going on.
The FAA releasing a statement that said in part after landing, it was determined there was a problem with the interphone system and the flight crew was knocking on the cockpit door. So normally when a plane lands, it's already burned off much of its fuel. That didn't happen here because it had to land with so much fuel on board. They call it landing heavy, which means they couldn't just take right off again and head to LA. Technicians had to come on board, check the plane, clear them for takeoff, which did eventually happen. So more than three hours later, on the ground in Omaha, Nebraska, the plane finally took off tonight around 10:45 Nebraska time. It's expected to land here at LAX shortly after midnight.
That plane was supposed to start flying at 6 a.m. They got there at 5 a.m. to board, 5 in the afternoon to board that plane. The plane was supposed to leave at 6. Woo, they ain't leave till like 10 o'clock at night. I know they was tired. Woo, you stupid. What? And what kind of plane was that where the phone wasn't working? Y'all better get some better phone service going on here. And that was, I guess, real important because they got to make sure that they're in communication with what's going on with the cockpit as well. That was a crazy story right there. If you guys appreciate that, double tap that screen, get those likes up. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's get on over to Atlanta. We started this story yesterday where authorities thwarted a potential Atlanta airport mass powwowing, police say. Check this out, you guys. You saw the takedown yesterday. We got a little bit more story about this situation that happened.
This morning, a potential mass shooting averted at the busiest airport in the world during rush hour, according to police.
27 or more lives could have been lost today.
Surveillance video showing the suspect inside the terminal at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport Monday, allegedly with his assault-style rifle just steps away in his truck.
He seemed to be very interested in the TSA check-in area, which you can see was heavily crowded with travelers.
Police say the suspect was scoping out the terminal.
I do believe that Mr. Cagle was headed back to his truck to retrieve it, and I do believe he was likely to use that weapon inside the crowded terminal that he had just seen.
Investigators say this video shows the moment Billy Cagle pulled up, parking the truck at an airport entrance before going in. Police say within minutes, an urgent tip from Cagle's family put the officers at the airport on high alert, looking for the suspect.
Cartersville Police Department was alerted by the family of Mr. Cagle that he was streaming on social media, that he was headed to the airport, in their words, to shoot it up.
Atlanta police quickly taking him into custody.
What are your reasons at the airport right now?
We want to?
Why are you at the airport?
Oh. What's your reason to be at the airport?
I'm just here.
I'm just
Put
here.
your hands behind your back, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put them shits behind your back. That'll work. You can fall yelling too. Oh! He sounded like Tarzan from back in the day. Remember that? With sound like got him.
Investigators say they found 27 rounds of ammunition in his back seat, along with the assault-style rifle.
We're here today briefing you on a success and not a tragedy, because a family saw something and said something.
Got him.
And Georgia investigators say Cagle is a convicted felon with mental health issues, and that from his family to the officers in his hometown about an hour away, see something, say something, really worked to avert the tragedy. George.
Boy, it sure did. Okay.
Your boy he fell down sounding like half a Tarzan out this mug. He said, oh. All that weight hit that towel. His knees start buckling, cracking up against that hard ground. Woo! And all them broke him down. They didn't have to worry about him fighting back. His own weight was fighting enough. Was fighting against him enough. That's like my 600 pound. My 600 pound. You know what I'm talking about, right? Somebody falling down. You ain't got to worry about them getting up. That's like a turtle trying to get up off his back. You ain't got to worry about them trying to get up. He got a big problem trying to get up on his own. You ain't got to worry about them hitting you. Let's get on over to Utah. More serious situation. Charlie Kirk, assailant's rooftop position. We're going to look at the rooftop position of this guy here, Tyler Robinson. I also want to know, what do you guys think about this guy? Do you think he's going to get found guilty of this case? Do you think Tyler Robinson is going to be found guilty? And if so, think they're going to get the F penalty? I don't know. They might give him life in prison. I don't know. We're going to see.
Utah County is laying the groundwork for what could be one of the most high-profile and possibly televised trials in recent history. Officials in the district, which is largely agricultural, say they're actually struggling to come up with the $5 million they think it's going to cost. That budget would include new hires in the prosecutor's office, police overtime, SWAT teams, and then there are the police escort and armored vehicles whenever the suspect comes to court. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson could be facing the death penalty. The state prosecutor says he has already compiled a lot of evidence against him.
Mm-hmm. There is a substantial amount of discovery in this case, Your Honor. It's voluminous, to say the least.
Voluminous.
It was just 40 days ago when Charlie Kirk was killed by an assassin on a rooftop. In this video, you can see the gunman running across the roof after firing a single shot. He then jumps off the building and runs away. He left a gun and ammunition in a wooded area near the Utah Valley University campus. Trace evidence collected from the rooftop scene includes shoe imprints, a forearm imprint, and a palm print. News Nation's Brian Enton was recently up on that rooftop. He says it was surprisingly easy to get up there. Brian, tell us what you found. I mean, I think most of us thought with an event like that involved a person who commonly got death threats, that there would be some sort of security. There wasn't, aside from his own personal detail, and you found it super easy to get up there.
where he was talking down there in the amphitheater. But this roof, we know that Tyler Robinson, according to police, shot from 150 yards away. And what I found so shocking when we were able to get up on the roof is just how easy it was. You know, it was all closed off for so long. Now we were able to get close to the spot where police say Tyler Robinson was. And it's not like you had to climb up any ladders. I mean, it's easy roof access at that point. And it is shocking that they didn't have some kind of security up there to make sure this didn't happen, considering just how easy it was. And that
it's like on the bottom of a hill. So the hill was like this, and then it's like part of the slope. They could just jump right on top of it. Y'all saw how easy it was for whoever that was to jump from up there and to get down. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. We about to get into it now. Let's get on over to Paris. We got this police inspector that inspects potential evidence and the robbery of the Louvre. They probably got a little bit of stuff back. You know how when there's a robbery going on, sometimes they don't get everything. They leave a bag outside. Well, guess what? Police in Paris found some information and stuff that they left. We've been following this story all week. The Louvre Museum was robbed of fine precious jewels, priceless precious jewels. The police are right here in this clip right here, they're inspecting objects that's believed to be left behind. The thieves that robbed the Louvre in the Louvre heist. And before we get into Jeffrey Epstein and information about Andrew, we want to go on over to Boston and show you the situation with these two boys right here. Yes, two teens who are due in court after a woman was pow-powed in Hyannis.
A pair of arrests have been made in a shooting that badly injured a woman in Hyannis early yesterday morning. Police say two teenagers are facing attempted murder charges for the shooting of a 28-year-old woman on Main Street there. Officers found the victim with a gunshot wound to the chest, but she's expected to survive. Both of the suspects you see are due in court tomorrow.
So yeah, I had the court scene and everything. There's nothing going on, just regular, they haven't even told why these two did this. I'm still going to stay on top of the story. Happy that she was not, that she didn't lose her life to the idiocy of what they tried to do. And again, we don't always pray to God when someone loses their life. We also pray to thank him for the fact that he prevented and the person is able to live and to see again and to walk again. We say thank you. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going to go over to the BBC. Let's get on into some Prince Andrew information, as they're saying his life is being eroded by Virginia Roberts Giuffre's memoir. They're saying that this is what the co-writer is also saying. She's got a lot of information on this and much more.
I may have entirely misunderstood him. Is it too much to think that he might have done this all for me?
Yeah, go ahead, get yours.
First of all, thank you very much for talking to us. We really appreciate it. Can I ask you about what Virginia Giuffre says happened the first time she says she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew, which was March 2001 in London?
Yes, she describes it in the book in great detail. Ghislaine Maxwell woke her up that day saying, "Get out of bed, sleepyhead," and the whole idea was, we're going to have an amazing day. She quickly was told that she was going to meet a prince. This was a young woman who, as a tiny child, had loved the movie Cinderella, and the idea of meeting a prince was exciting to her. And so Ghislaine took her shopping, and she put on this outfit and went and met Prince Andrew. It was in Ghislaine's home, and they had flown. It was Virginia's first time in London. It was her first time abroad. Ghislaine had helped her fill out her passport application, and they went to a meal. They went to Tramp's nightclub, where they danced together, Virginia and the prince. And then when they came home on the ride home, they were not in the same car as the prince himself. He was with his security detail. And Ghislaine and Jeffrey told her, "You now must do for him what you do for us." So when they got home, Ghislaine and Jeffrey excused themselves and basically sent her off to sexually service Prince Andrew.
And he denies any sexual contact. He has said he has no recollection of ever meeting her. The third time she says she was forced to have sex with him involved Prince Andrew, Epstein, and 8 other young girls.
This machine could change t-shirt printing forever. I printed this t-shirt with the back.
Yes, the 8 other young girls, she was told, were supplied. This was on the island, the private island that Jeffrey owned. It was called Little St. James. Jeffrey called it Little St. Jeff's. And the young girls did not speak English other than Virginia. And Virginia was told that they had been procured by Jean-Luc Brunel, who was a modeling agent in Paris, who was a close associate of Epstein.
So they were using these modeling agencies, these hopes of these girls thinking that they were going to be rich and famous because they were mixing it in. And then you got allegedly Naomi Campbell at all of these parties. So now if you got these young girls that are mingling in through these parties with all of these high-end rich Republicans and Democrats and rappers and whoever in there, and then you see models, you're thinking, hey, this is the place that I want to be at, especially if you're young and you don't have no other, that's what you want to do. So you got to look at the whole mix of what was going on here. There was a whole situation where even Epstein himself, his company, was being looked at like a modeling agency. So a lot of those girls were going to him with those anticipations, hoping to be a model. And then you got Jean-Luc, allegedly Burnell, bringing in all of the young girls that can't even speak English.
And he had flown these young women in. There was some joking about how these are the easiest females to deal with, the ones who can't speak English. And yes, Virginia was a part of that.
There's more, there's a lot more, and there's a lot of monetary being transferred. Yes, I want to bring that up. That she wasn't just like, you know, not getting paid for some of this stuff. So a lot of people in the comments are like, yeah, whatever. But she was 17, 16 when she was manipulated into doing this. Does that hold any merit to you guys? Do you think that maybe that she was probably tainted early than where she came from with a bad background? We've already did the homework and saw that they were trying to, you know, prey on people that were less fortunate with the $200. Here, I'll give you $200, come give me a massage. I'll give you more money if you do more. And then when you leave, bring more girls of your same age. That's what Epstein was doing. You guys remember. And Ghislaine Maxwell was the bridge between stuff like that. Got this situation right here. Excerpts from Jeffrey Epstein's accuser's memoirs has been released. Virginia Giuffre's played a critical role in the investigation that led to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's imprisonment. This is the new book right here. You guys can get this book right now. It's called Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice. Virginia Roberts Giuffre. Her memoir, Nobody's Girl, details Jeffrey Giuffre's experiences being recruited into Epstein's the number six trafficking ring at the age 16. I told you guys, 16 years old, very impressionable age. Now, the release portion focused on a trip Giuffre took to the Louvre. That's why it's right in sync with what we're doing right now. She took a trip to the Louvre Museum in 2021 as she prepared to testify against an Epstein associate in Paris courtroom. You know what they're talking about, right? Andrew. I climbed the flight of stairs, turned the corner, and froze. I know this room, screamed the voice inside my head. I've been in this precise spot before, 2 decades ago, when I was just 17. Virginia Giuffre's excerpt from Nobody's Girl, speaking about when she was in the Louvre. Co-author Amy Wallace, you just saw her. You just saw the co-host Amy Wallace admit she described the alleged abuse that Giuffre suffered as a modern handmaid's tale. She said Epstein and Maxwell asked Giuffre to carry a child for them and sign away the paternal rights. Giuffre also filed a lawsuit against Prince Andrew in 2021, saying that she was trafficked. Andrew settled the suit in 2022 and denied the allegations. He gave up his royal family ties and title in 2025, a few days ago. Giuffre lost her life by, I don't believe that, in Australia on 2024. I don't think it was suicide. Personally, I think they have something to do with it. I don't care anymore. The memoir will be published on October 21st. Yesterday, told you guys, out now. I bought it already. There's a way for you to actually buy the book in hard copy, and there's a way for you to actually get it on your tablet, on your phone, any kind of way that you want. You go to Barnes & Noble, you can buy the book and get it on the app, and you'll have it so when you're mobile and moving around, you can keep on reading it. Or you can just go audio with it and just let the audio book play. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. I think a lot of people, that book probably going to be a bestseller, especially with all of the other information in the in-depth content. Like I asked you guys already, do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up, because again, it ain't over. I thought y'all ain't like the beat. Party's not over. Groove me. We're going to stay on top of it. Yes, he's on the ropes right now. We are staying on top of it because Andrew, he's under investigation now. Prince Andrew, it ain't over. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's go.
Prince Andrew out this week that is going gangbusters, and it's been labelled the most damaging unauthorised royal biography ever. It examines the lives of Prince Andrew and his former wife Sarah Ferguson, including the business dealings of both, his military background and those torrid leaks.
So now this is the second book by Andrew Lowney, Across the Pond, that has a ton more information, and he can validate Virginia Giuffre's claims.
With Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew Lowney joins me now. He's the author of entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, and he joins me now from London. Well, I tell you what, Andrew, your timing is exquisite. That book has landed, and with it a whole lot of emails that show the ongoing links between the royal couple and, of course, Jeffrey Epstein, despite all those public denials at the time. And since the publication of your book, he was the Duke, of course, now forced to relinquish all of his titles last week, but it hasn't gone away, has it?
No, I think there are going to be further more damaging revelations about him from the States. Ghislaine Maxwell seems to be leaking material, but I think also from other victims coming forward. We have Virginia Giuffre's book. I'm updating my own book entitled For Next Summer. I do think that the palace has responded too little too late to this. I mean, his titles are actually only in abeyance. And I think he needs to be stripped of them. I think also what's been revealed is not just that his relationship with Epstein began earlier, lasted longer, and was much deeper than people thought, but actually that he was trying to smear her by using taxpayer-funded policemen to investigate her. And I think that's a criminal offence, and I think there are now grounds for him to be investigated by the police here. And so it's not looking good for him. He's on the ropes.
And will he be investigated by the police, do you think, formally?
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. I mean, there have been several requests in the past. The police have claimed they did something, but nothing really happened, and they've refused to tell me through foreign information requests whether they actually did investigate him. There's a separate matter, his time as a special trade envoy between 2001 and 2011. I think there's a lot of examples there of him abusing his position, his public position. It was taxpayer funded again. And I think there are grounds there for the National Crime Agency, so separately, to investigate him. So I think he's in real trouble. This is the first time, of course, a member of the royal family has actually been investigated by the police and with the possibility of being put on trial.
Ooh, Andrew, what a disgrace. Could that be why? You see the load gone come, tumbling down. The Lord gone come. Yeah, tumbling down. You see why they said, you know what, buddy? We got to break all ties with you, because once that book come out, it ain't like you can do nothing. And the prince said like the king said like this. This is how we feel about you, Andrew. You still family, but you're on your own, baby. You're on your own. Let's keep on moving forward because it's not over. Every time we play something, we just get a little bit more information. So we gonna keep on digging, y'all. Y'all don't mind, do y'all? Y'all don't mind, right? Let's keep on going. Come on.
6:17 now. The BBC has obtained an advance copy of a posthumous memoir written by one of Jeffrey Epstein's accusers. Virginia Giuffre died by suicide in Australia 6 months ago. Her book, Nobody's Girl, contains vivid descriptions of the abuse that she allegedly endured as a teenager. It also recounts her efforts to seek justice for not only herself, but others allegedly abused by Jeffrey Epstein. She accuses Epstein of turning her over to scores of wealthy and powerful people. Giuffre wrote that she was often used and humiliated, and in some cases choked, beaten, and bloodied. This book comes out today.
You see? That's why I wanted to get that. See? We wouldn't have known that. So everywhere you go, you're going to find a little bit more. Bill's neat and broken and Bill's nutty. What? I told y'all better go get that book. I'm telling you, I'm an advocate right now. Nobody's Girl. It should be a bestseller. We're going to keep on moving forward over to Jason Rants. They're not even hiding this, is what he's saying. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Got to get back onto the government. Got to get back into what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. We got one more? Okay.
UK authorities say they're looking into claims Prince Andrew sought information about his accuser, Virginia Giuffre, through his police protection.
Oh, this is when he got her social security number and had her investigated. Prince Andrew, you was doing too much.
Virginia Giuffre, who took her own life earlier this year, claims she was sexually abused by the royal. Prince Andrew has long denied the claim.
Allegedly.
The cosy relationship between Prince Andrew and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is under close scrutiny. New documents leaked from the US Congress to the Mail on Sunday make a series of blistering allegations. According to the paper, the so-called Epstein files show the men swapped emails on how they could blacken the name of Virginia Giuffre, the young woman who had accused the prince of having sex with her, aged 17. It claims he obtained confidential data, including her social security number, which he passed on to his taxpayer-funded police protection officer to investigate her. And in other documents, the then Duchess of York allegedly asked Epstein to lend her up to $100,000 while he was under house arrest for child prostitution charges. Prince Andrew has consistently and vigorously denied allegations, but a biographer of the prince says the documents are damning.
To use the police to spy on other people, it's abuse of data protection and all sorts of rules. And, again, it's a sense of entitlement that because he might be able to do it, he did it. It's, again, a sign of a powerful person trying to subvert someone who might actually cause some embarrassment.
So now if he can do it, why can't another person in power do it in another way, in another position, in another situation? Oh, you're not going to do it, you're not going to get the job. You're not going to do it, you're not going to be a model. You're not going to do it, stuff like that. So yeah, the layers are coming off that onion. Let's get on over to Jason Rants, who's saying that they're not hiding anything. They're doing it right in plain sight. Told you guys it was going down today. Double tap that screen and get those likes up.
Jason Rants is here. Am I to understand that the State Attorney General will warn a rapist, for example, that ICE is coming for him and therefore protect that person?
Crazy.
Is that really going to happen?
If they're illegally employed, yes. So under this particular idea, this legislation, which would be introduced in the next session, federal government basically issues these notices of inspection for I-9 documentation to make sure that businesses are hiring people legally. Under the law, they get 72 hours to comply. And so what Nick Brown, the Attorney General, is doing is saying that you have to inform your employees that this is happening. And the intent, they're not even hiding it. Their intent is to protect someone who is an illegal immigrant worker. But what this also clearly does is protect businesses that are hiring illegal immigrants illegally. So this isn't like hard to even understand, or it's not like subtle. There's no nuance here. It's pretty outrageous what it is they're doing. And to your point, they make no distinction between someone who's here illegally and is trying to work hard and is being honest, is contributing to society, and someone who's here illegally and is a rapist. They make no distinction whatsoever, which is why they lose these arguments every single time.
Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes. We got about 500 people in the building and we looking like I can feel it. Smoking crack when it come down to them likes. Do your boy a favor. Come on now. Let's make the ends justify the means. I ain't trying to get in your pockets because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm talking about. I know I always say the same thing. I don't try to tap y'all up over there. But can we get these likes up? We looking kind of crackheadish. If ends ain't justifying the means, that helps get more people over here. Really would appreciate it. Look at those numbers right there. Ooh, can we get some more? I would really appreciate it. Come on now. I ain't got no movement. Nobody like the show. Nobody want to double tap the screen. All right, cool. Keep on moving. Let's keep on moving forward. Because now we got this situation over here where, what's that? The host gets stunned after a judge releases a suspect on bond. Oh, liberal judges. That's why I know nothing is sticking. Police officers do not want to stay on the force because the way to get rank is to get arrests. And when you got the guy that's getting arrested coming right out by the time you get off work, doesn't inspire you to do no work, do it if you're a police officer. Let's get on over and check this out. Let's see what's going on this front. Let's go, y'all.
Listen to this. Prosecutors filing a motion for a pretrial detention, attempting to put that guy, Jacoby Vontrell Tillman, accused of trying to rape a woman on a Florida trail. Prosecutors want to put him back in custody.
Yeah, despite having a criminal history, he was released on just $9,500 bond, less than 48 hours after being arrested. He is expected to appear in court today.
Here with us now is Florida Senator Ashley Moody. Senator Moody, why? Why was this bail so low, especially in a tough on crime state like Florida? Something doesn't add up here.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't add up. I can tell you the sheriff of that county is incensed. The people of that county cannot believe a judge would let a person like this out. Look, bond and detention decisions are generally based on two things. Is this person a danger to the community? Can we guarantee they're not going to hurt other people? And can we guarantee they'll show back up in court? You're generally looking at those two things. I can tell you as a former prosecutor and judge myself, those are the things that it boils down to. And if you have a person like this who is accused of sexual battery, harming someone, I mean, the details of this case are incredible. Grabbed a woman, she was jogging, allegedly assaulted her. He's been in prison, and when they were looking for him, his mother was arranging for him to fly out of the state and get out of Dodge. This is the example of a person that should be locked up and not a danger to the community. So I think you have a lot of people scratching their heads, and they're going to have a lot of answering to do. Certainly the judge that made this decision is going to be highly scrutinized now.
Oh boy, liberal. Let him out. He'll be all right. Won't do nothing bad. Let's go ahead and get something better going on over here. I think I had enough of this crap happening. All right, y'all, close those screens in. It's time to smile. Yep, close those screens in. You ain't gonna believe it. If you can, if you can't, I apologize. Let me try to get this one as big as possible. I'm tired of the drama already. I think it's about time. I know that people have a bond when it comes down to animals, and we love our animals so much. I do so much too. But some people, I have to say, have an even tighter bond, much tighter than anybody. Now, there's some things that you might see a person do with an animal. You're like, for real? You got shades on the dog with a suit? That's pretty crazy, pretty funny. But this little girl right here and her buddy, they take the cake. She got the dog on her back as she pedals her bike. You guys might have saw this before, but I thought it was cute. And her mother is going to explain exactly what's going on here. I've been holding this in the kitty, but I think we need to laugh or smile about this right now. The comment on this page right here says, bruh, someone come and get this child. Orange sent a raised child.
It's always my daughter. Why do she got the dog on the back of her head, back like that, and ride him? Like, look at this shit. Like, I cannot make this shit up, y'all. Somebody come get this man's daughter, because this is not my child. I need a warranty. It's always my daughter.
She got the dog
Why
on her
do she
back.
got
Look,
the dog
like the
on
dog
the back
is
of her
literally
head,
holding
back
on.
like that, and ride him? Like, look at this shit.
So now look at the comments. This is what really sent me over. The comments had people like, the fact that her dog as willingly stays on like that speaks volumes about their bond. That's what I'm talking about. It's the MF dog knowing how to hold on that's sending me. And she's like, the dog, off we go, child. Adventures await ahead of us. What else? Congratulations, Mom. You're raising a kind young lady. God bless you. Mind your business, ma'am. That's another one. That's her friend. A R-E-A-L friend. That's another comment right there. Now, I told you that people got bonds with their animals, and you've seen people do all types of stuff. But come on now, she's on a pedal bike, and she got the dog on her back, and the dog is literally holding on and just chilling. And like one person in the comments said, we're off. We're going to have a good time. So, hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to take the very little things that make you happy, make you smile. Don't always feel bad about stuff, and don't always take on the stuff that people give you. Don't take the baggage. You got to take the good with the bad. And again, like I always tell you guys, problems present opportunities. Stop worrying so much, because guess what? As long as you're able to work and get up the next day and keep on banging at that problem, you're going to be able to get through it. That's what I got to say to you guys today. And you know what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. And if y'all trying to make some money, all you got to do is hit that link in the description to make up to $525 today in surveys. There's 2 surveys in there. Hit the link, see if you can fill out the survey, and you might be able to make some money off those surveys. I try to give back too, try to help people out. I know it's rough out here. Everybody needs a little bit, a hand up. Not a handout, but a way to make it. And I try to look out as much as I can. Also, another way we try to look out on this show is to help you promote your business. So if you got a business you're trying to promote and you want to get it out there in front of 54,000 plus subscribers on our platform, as long as you subscribe to the channel and you're a member, send over your promo in a 1080 by 1080 frame, and we'll put it up in the post notification area. You know what that does? It makes everybody that's one of our followers and our friends see it, and the potential for you to get more business. All you got to do is send it over to the link I'm about to tell you. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Send it over to us. It's also in the link in the description. Send over your promo, 1080 by 1080, and we're going to help you promote your business. The same way we're about to promote the Show Your Talent search. That's right, you guys. Big Drip Hard Punch sponsored talent search. We're doing this in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. So if you guys have got talent and you want us to see it, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Once you go to the website, all you got to do is join the mailing list. And you got to be 21 and older because it's alcohol. That's right. 21 and older. You guys put your put your email in, and what we're going to do is send you the location to the next Show Your Talent search. That's right. That's the talent search where BOOGOTTINYC is one of the hosts, along with DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, and it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. We've already done the Bronx and we've done Queens. So yes, we're pulling up on Staten Island. We're going to be in Tottenville. Going to give you guys a date, Tottenville. Anybody in Staten Island that wants to come over, hang out with us, have a few drinks, show your talent on the Show Your Talent search, you're going to be able to make $250 in Staten Island when we give you this location. After we get everybody together from Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, we're going to have one central location where on top of the $250, somebody's going to win $1,000. That's right, you guys. If you want to be a part of the talent show, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go down the first page, fill in the mailing list, and that's it, because we're going to keep you posted on the next event. All you got to do is pull up, be from the borough. Don't try to be coming from, Poughkeepsie and talking about you from Staten Island. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Got to be from the borough because we want to represent the city. After that, we're going to do our thing at one central location in Manhattan. Somebody going to win that $1,000. You already know what it is. Today is hump day. Tomorrow's Thursday. Long as we keep on getting up and doing what we got to do and praising God and saying thank you, we're going to keep on doing it right. Nobody's perfect, but we try, Lord, we try. So we're going to get out of here with some prayers. Let me get these prayers up for Jay Woods right now. Sky, let me get some prayers up for Sky God. GO3S. I saw Mike before it went up. That's right, Diggity Diggs 489. Casey, that's right, Ramos, Casey Ramos, Jay Woods. We praying for Mark Dorfman. Also, my sister Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, that she's feeling healthy and safe. Jay Woods, Casey again. We got Mike up in the building. Batty Lynn, Kendra Walker. I know you're not here, but I'm still showing love to you. VIP Auction Group. Dot Focus. Everybody under the sound of my voice, want you guys to have a fantastic day and stay safe. Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace. One.